shocked faces in here, huh? A lot of surprised looking faces, huh? Like a bunch of idiots now, huh?
Yo, party people, what is up? Roman Reigns retained the Undisputed Universal Championship. Like, what just happened? So much stuff to unpack from this episode for night 2 of WrestleMania. First off, night 1 was definitely overall better. Night 2 had a couple complications, like Shane, for one. And, you Fingen busted open. But guys, don't worry. We're going to run everything down, top to bottom, start to finish, including the fact that Roman Reigns is still champion right here, right now. So get ready. Final episode of the Gift of Gabe for WrestleMania weekend starts right now. Okay, guys. So, first things first, Roman Reigns literally is still the undisputed Universal Champion. I thought this was the night, man. I really thought this was the end. Like, Roman's making his entrance. I'm like, he's making it to 1,000 days. He's making it to 1,000 days. I definitely still think the belts are getting split up. Because, reports are saying Triple H is trying to have 2 champions by SummerSlam. Like, to fix Vince's final mistake. Match was great, as expected. But I really... even Sami and KO came in, throw the Usos out of there, and hit a stunner and Haluva kick combination. Literally like a ghost of Roman's past scenario. And Roman still freaking won. Literally insane. I am done trying to think I know when this reign is going to end. I don't know. I don't know who's going to end up beating him. It's pretty much going to have the guys who are basically come back around. Is it going to be Seth? Is Cody going to come back around? Is Jay going to come back around? Is Sami going to come back around? I think maybe he loses to SummerSlam, but I'm not giving any predictions or nothing. We're just gonna have to honestly wait and see. The point is, acknowledge him. Literally, Roman Reigns is the greatest of all time. This whole thing's been trippy from beginning to end, whenever the end is, if ever. This is crazy. Just throw it up though. For me though, I feel like the Sami part might not actually be over yet. At least maybe for the next month or so. Because Usos are going to want a rematch, and the Sami KO problem is still there. So the Sami's Bloodline saga isn't exactly over. The only way it really probably would have been over 100% is if maybe Cody had won. It's not 100% over, so we're just going to see where this all goes. It's gonna be pure cinema. It's gonna be entertainment, and the ride's gonna continue. Like Reigns just said on the press conference, we might only really just be in the 3rd inning if we're treating this like baseball. We got a lot ahead of us, and it is going to be an experience. Let me tell you that. Okay, you guys. Like I said at the top of the video, night 1 overall was a lot better. The match quality was so much better. Not that there were bad matches, there were some good ones, like Gunther defending against Drew McIntyre, Sheamus. Let me just say it, banger. It was great. Loved it. Like I said, Gunther is still the Intercontinental Champion. I knew he wasn't going to lose. I was so fairly confident in that. Dude's literally has to break Honky Tonk Man's record. He's literally the best guy to do it. No one has been in this great of a prime position to actually do it, almost ever. He's going to break it, and it's the time. The match redefined physicality. It was great. I loved it from first bell all the way to last, just like all you guys did. Sounds like Drew McIntyre and Sheamus made up afterwards once the camera stopped rolling, hugged it out and, share a couple pints. So it's all good. Banger Bros are still good, are still chilling. At least Gunther being champion is something that didn't surprise me. As far away from Roman Reigns, I'm still sitting with that because that was just it's so crazy. Point is, Gunther still the Intercontinental Champion. Whoever wants to step up next, now you're going to get put down by the Ring General because he is not stopping until he breaks Honky Tonk Man's record and beyond. because this match is sacred. Alright, guys, so other good stuff on WrestleMania Night 2. Hell in a Cell. It was not bad at all. I do have one gripe.
The following movie is rated PG-13.
The match got halted for like 2 or 3 minutes because, Balor he didn't get his hands up in time. And I could kind of tell with the second he got hit because it got the sound too when you really looked. And he started bleeding. For real. And they literally had to stop the match for like 2 minutes to get that all cleaned up, which they really 100% didn't because we knew that was going to open. I was like, it's going to open back up again, and I could see that it was. So, and my gripe with it is that, okay, I get it. You don't want to see blood. We're not supposed to, but, we're live at WrestleMania, and, who's in the ring? It's the Rated R Superstar Edge, who's literally in the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era has grown up in this business with blood. Personally, if I was Edge, I would have literally whispered in Balor's ear, yo, dude, are you good? What I get, dude, I get you're bleeding, or can you keep going? And if Balor said, hell yeah, let's freaking keep going, I would have told the refs, I would have told the doctors, called them over myself, and be yo, get him out of here. We're finishing it now. F the blood. We're finishing this match and giving these people what they paid to see. It still ended up being a great match with that kind of I was just come on, dude. I get you don't want to see blood, but because they're delaying you now. What would happen if it opened up again? You would have stopped it again? So I from that standpoint, I was just come on, dude. Grow up a little bit. I get it, you don't want to see blood, but it's live TV. And as you clearly saw with the Shane McMahon thing, you got to be able to react on the fly and just be screw it. But it was still a great match. I get why Finn Balor, the Demon, lost. It's really only the third loss ever if you include Samoa Joe back at TakeOver the end back in 2016. I get it. It was Edge really kind of hadn't had that big win by himself. He had lost kind of tag. He had won tag matches against Judgment Day, and that was really it. But he hadn't had that one conclusive big win on pay-per-view, especially against Finn Balor. So it makes sense that he won. The feud is over. Finn can move on to better things. I was thinking a future world title run, but again, I don't know what the thing is going on with the world title anymore. My brain space for that is just gone at this moment in time. But either way, he's moving on to better things. Edge is going to keep doing his thing. It's looking like he might still retire this year. So whatever he still has left up his sleeve. Now, post-Judgment Day, finally, for literally the first time in a year, it'll be really exciting to see. So I'm looking a lot forward to it. Okay, guys, I'm kind of just going to go all over the place with the stuff about WrestleMania tonight I didn't really like at all, and including just the unfortunate incident that was Shane McMahon. So, here we go. One, Brock and Omos. Didn't really care. Not at all. It's whatevs. The match went exactly how we thought it was going to go. You got dominated for a little bit, and then he hit 1 F5, 1, 2, 3, whatever. I don't really care about Brock. Do you, dude? I think you suck. So I really don't even care about you. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm not going to devote any more time to you. You're not worth it. And now here's where we're getting more deep into it. Why did Bianca Belair retain the Raw Women's Championship? I have said it before, and I will say it again, because I know some of you are going to be like, dude, you're hating on Belair, and why? This has nothing to do with me hating Belair. She is one of the best women's athletes. Like, before she came along, it was, the big four of Becky, Sasha, Charlotte, and Bayley. It was those four. She gave a fifth option, or now only fourth, since Sasha's gone, but she could come back. So the fact that she was able to do that, I give 1,000%. I'll even say the same about Rhea Ripley. She's gotten into that mold too. But you've literally depleted your entire roster to keep her champion for a year. For a year. Like, it's enough. You literally killed... so much of the reason why Damage Control is dead is because they had Bayley literally lose every single Raw Women's Championship match she had against Bianca Belair. That was literally the foundation of the crap that is the Damage Control faction. So that's one strike. The Raw roster has literally been depleted, like I said. So why? And you basically wasted Asuka coming back with this new persona by just having her lose this big match at WrestleMania. That's strike 2. And now what's next? Let me guess. Charlotte Flair is gonna fight Rhea Ripley and end up beating her. That's just the same shit cycling around all over again because you don't want to give any other like top woman who can handle it like Asuka, or in Bayley again, like the opportunity to take the belt off her. Strike 3, dude. Come on. Like, again, it's nothing against Belair. I just don't like how they have been booking her. It's like they are literally booking her as this unstoppable force. And I saw one dude who was like, oh, keep this Undertaker-esque streak of Bianca Belair going. I'm like, okay. So many people, if they're just hearing that for the first time, are going to be like, dude, that guy's an idiot. Don't ever say that again. No man, woman, or anything. I don't care how over they are. No one's touching the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. It's just like when John Cena won like 5 straight maybe like 4 or 5 minis in a row before then finally losing. She'll just have a really good WrestleMania record. I just don't like that Asuka lost. And I feel like they're hurting talent in the long term by continuing to have her be champion. Because, like, it's just the same stuff every time. I know she's going to go out there. I know she's going to produce. But it's like, we need change. And I swear, if it's just Charlotte, then it's going to be like, oh, you're not changing anything. We're just circling around. And then what? Bianca's going to beat her and then goes on another yelling tangent? No, dude, come on. Like, you're seeing the effects. Like I said, Damage Control, one of the reasons why they are as bad as they are. Like, if you had Bayley win the Raw Women's title back in the fall, you know how much more credibility they would have had by now? So much more. But the fact that you derailed them right from the start, that's why they keep going down. You're seeing that with Asuka now too. I don't like that she won. I really think she had to lose tonight and it didn't happen. Again, Belair, it is nothing personal. You are one of my favorite women athletes. You are absolutely great at what you do. But in terms of how she's being booked during this Raw Women's Championship run, I don't really like it at all. So that's all I really got to say about that.
As the times have changed, so have we.
In terms of the Shane McMahon debacle, good freaking grief. Seeing Shane come back, that was super cool. We hadn't seen him since the Royal Rumble last year. And we didn't know when he was maybe going to come back after like so many of the reports of like some shit going down afterwards. So him coming out, that was cool. The pop was great. And then for that match with Miz definitely wasn't even going to be, it was going to be as long as pretty much Pat McAfee's match with Miz was. And literally, he just blew out his knee. And I literally, the first thing I did was laugh. And because I was like, no freaking way that just happened. I felt really bad for him though. It sucks. Because it was, and I saw the jokes. People were like showing like back when Vince tore both his quads at Royal Rumble 2005, and I'm like, oh, that's effed up. That's effed up. So honestly, I feel really bad for Shane. That definitely, like, he definitely like tore his ACL. Like I could tell by the way, and I was just like, dude. But yo, mad props to Snoop and Miz, especially Snoop. Improvised on the fly, like, yo, bro, you not should knock out my dog like that. Hit Miz twice, hit the most ridiculously entertaining people's elbow of all time, and won the match himself. That on the fly was great by him and Miz. So it was definitely still a cool moment. But even though it had to come at the expense of, Shane literally suffering like a terrible injury by basically blowing out his knee. So night two was definitely a little bit more like this than night one. Night one was kind of mostly this. But hey, that's live TV, ladies and gentlemen. Shit like this is gonna happen sometimes. Okay, you guys, that's it. WrestleMania is officially in the books. We're now on the road to Backlash, which is like 5 weeks away from like yesterday. Cody Rhodes did not finish the story. Roman Reigns is still champion. Sami and KO are the undisputed champs, but I don't think they're really done with the bloodline just yet, because they're gonna have to freaking probably fight the Usos, and Roman's probably gonna be still miffed to just, one, get rid of that problem once and for all, and number two, they beat him up during this match. So I don't know who's next for Roman. I don't know if they're going to circle it back to Seth, Cody, Jay, or even Sammy to finally take the belt off him, however it goes. But I know one thing. The biggest Raw of the year, Raw after WrestleMania, is tomorrow. Shit's going to hit the fan. It's going to be crazy. And that's why you're going to not want to have to miss that episode of Raw or any shows, period, from this point forward. Because we're also on the road to next year's Mania, where I'm going to be in Philly. Let's go. So remember to like, subscribe, and remember who better to gab with than Gabe. It was a crazy road to WrestleMania. It was a really awesome 2-night event. New season starts tomorrow. Roman Reigns is still our champion, so acknowledge him. It's going to be a crazy ride, like I said earlier. So I will see you guys after an electric Raw after WrestleMania tomorrow. One last time. Acknowledge him.